Hey everyone, welcome back. The first thing that I'm doing right now is I'm going into my 24A Artist Pass palette with Saweetie and Morphe, and I'm taking the Desert Vibe shade and I'm packing that all onto my eyelid. And as you can see, I did my brows and concealed them off camera. I used my Fawn and my Toffee from the LA Girl Pro concealers to put all over my eyelid. And yeah, I'm just going in and I'm packing that shade on throughout my eyelid, and then I'm doing sweeping motions to blend it out. And I used 3 different palettes for this orange look, and now what I'm doing is going into the Juvia's Place the Try palette, and I am taking this shade called Aromo, and I am packing that on top of the Desert Vibe shade. And as you can see, the color starts to build up a little bit more brown, but it's gonna be orange. That's the overall look. We want like an orange tannish color going on for this look. And for the third shade in the third palette, I am going in and using the Zulu palette by Juvia's Place, and I'm packing that all over my eyelid, and then I'm going to blend it out with a fluffy brush that I got from, it's Ruby Kisses, it's just a regular drugstore brush, but I'm just packing that all over and I'm going to blend that out. And as you can see, the orange starts to build up a lot more. And for the fourth and final shade that I'm going to use on the eyelid, I'm going back into my 24A Artist Pass palette, and I'm using the shade India Woe. It's like a sherbet like type color, and I'm packing that on the outer corner of my eyelid. As you can see, the color kind of changes. I don't want it to be too bright, but I want to give it like an ombre effect, so I'm just packing that on the outer corner, and I'm going to blend it in with the orange from the Zulu palette. And I'm just going to keep packing that on until I'm satisfied, and I'm just going to blend it out. And as usual, I'm going in with my Tarte Face Tape foundation in the shade Rich Golden, and I'm just going to buff that into my skin, and then I'm going to blend it out with the Beauty Blender after. So this part isn't anything new, just a normal foundation routine, and I didn't use as much foundation as usual. I just wanted to go something light because the eye look is super bold. And I'm just blending out my foundation with my Beauty Blender like normal. after I blend it out with the brush so that there's no streaks from the brush on my face. And you don't have to do this, but this is just something that I do. Like I stated before, it helps me, it helps my foundation look a lot more seamless than if I was to just use the brush or if I was to just use a beauty blender by itself. Now I'm just blending out my concealer with the beauty blender. I used the Toffee from the LA Girl, of course, and then I used the Fawn later on, as you'll see. But I blended it out already with the brush. It's the same as with the foundation. Blend it out with the brush first, and then I go in with the beauty sponge and blend it out so that it looks more seamless. So I left this part in so you guys can see what I mean when I say that I don't bake. When I said I don't bake anymore, I don't bake underneath my under eye. So after I apply the setting powder on my under eye and I apply it around my jawline, I wipe the excess powder away from my under eye so that it doesn't look white and so that it just sticks better. I let it bake under my jawline or around my jawline so that it looks more defined. That's the only part that I really necessarily bake, because after I go ahead and use my contour powder, I brush away that excess powder too as fast as I can, so it's not sitting there for minutes while I'm doing something else, if that makes sense. I just didn't want there to be any confusion for you guys when I said that I don't bake, because I didn't mean at all. I just meant in that area I don't bake. And I'm taking my e.l.f. Contouring duo and I'm just applying that to my cheekbones and blending that out. So the next step that I'm going to do is set my face with my Sweet Peach Continuous Setting Spray by Saweetie and Morphe. And I'm doing that before I finish my eyeshadow all the way, because if I don't, when you set your face after you use this blue eyeshadow, it tends to come off. So I do it before that so that it doesn't run. And now I'm going into the 39L Hit the Lights palette and I'm using the blue shade. And I'm going to apply that to my waterline with the liner brush. And I would just say be careful with this shade and make sure you're not doing it too close, because you don't want it to get into your eye, because it does burn a little bit, and that just happened to me, as you can see, so just be careful. And I didn't speed this part up so you guys can see. I'm kind of packing it on and sweeping it at the same time and giving myself like a winged eyeliner, but at the waterline. Not too far winged out, but just a little bit, extending it out to where that orange is for this look. So today for the lips, I'm using the Ardell Vinyl Vixen lip gloss in the shade Soft Touch, and I'm going to apply that and blend it out And then after that, I'm gonna go on with a gloss for this look. Normally I would line my lips, but I didn't line my lips because Aaliyah's lips were not lined in the video at all. She just had on a nude lip gloss, and then she had like a red line on her bottom lip. So that's what I'm doing today. No lip lining, just regular straight lip gloss today. Okay, so now I'm going to go into my Fenty Beauty lip gloss in the shade Fussy, and I'm going to apply that on top of the Ardell lip gloss. And then I'm going to go in and make sure that I clean up around the edges, the corners, and make sure that everything just looks nice and defined for this look, because like I said, I didn't line my lips, so I don't want it to look too crazy. I just want it to look simple, very kind of natural and nice. So now what I am doing is going in with this LA Colors lip gloss, just a drugstore lip gloss, and I'm going to apply it to my bottom lip only, making sure that I don't get it stuck to my top lip, because this color is very runny and sticky and it does spread, and I don't want to mess up the look that I have going on. So I'm going to put that on my bottom lip, and then I'm going to clean it up with a brush. And then what I do is I go into my 39L palette by Morphe, and I apply a red eyeshadow to make the color matte so that it doesn't stick or run onto my lips or onto my other lip. And this is the final look. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.